Now, rather than reply back to quite a lot of messages on this post, I thought I'd better just address all of them with a short video. Now, first of all, I want to say that my post, even though the image of Jacinta and her statement alludes to that, my comments are not necessarily focused on policy or how many migrants are coming in and the origins and their needs and things like that. There's a debate on that. Many people have commented and are still commenting on that debate. I have my opinions also. But I'm more concerned in another important factor that's not being discussed or really addressed, and that's education of the migrants who are in Australia and those who are yet to come. And at the end of the day, it's not about supporting more migration, higher migration levels, because I do believe, like most Australians, that there is a need to address and to change the current policy in regards to that. But this is more towards doing what we can in the current situation, the reality as it is. And there are a lot of migrants in Australia and coming who will need help and support if they are to thrive and become less reliant on our welfare system. It's important for them if they are to get belonging and to learn how to become Australian. There are many migrants, I do know from my own experience, there are many migrants who, despite the common narrative and a very broad assumption, there are a lot of migrants who actually want to become Australian. The problem is that they're not being given the right inspiration, if you want to say that way. They're not being led in that direction. There are programs that do exist from the government. There are government-led programs. And while they're not perfect, they're definitely, there's problems with the programs. Most notably is the sheer numbers, being able to service the sheer numbers of migrants. And the content is somewhat questionable. It is predominantly focused on English as a means for understanding the culture and communication. I would argue it's much more than that. And they don't necessarily promote patriotism. So I think if we can focus more on, for those who want to become Australian and those who want to learn and become allies, we need to ensure they know what they came to Australia for in the first place. Secondly, the values and the systems that made those things that they love possible. And thirdly, how they can be a positive contribution to our future and help to preserve those very things that make us Australian.